Welcome to Ann-Gerd.com and welcome to the guide for the television shawl 1984. I did this shawl to do a really simple piece of crochet. When I get into the rhythm of crochet, I get out of my head and into my hands. So crochet is really my meditation, and I wanted to share that with you. I call it a television shawl because literally it's one of those shawls you can do in front of the television and just kick back and relax. When I watch television like that and I do crochet, I always just listen. So it's also a great shawl for radio, podcasts, and just relaxing. Because you get into the crochet, your mind can't stampede out of there and go everywhere. You have to be in the moment, and that's really why one of the main reasons for my great love of crochet. In this shawl, I went all in on color, and if you head over to my Instagram, you can really see a lot about the color work and stripe winders and how to do them. I really wanted this kind of 80s feeling in the shawl, so that is how I set the colors. But go to Instagram, hit the subscribe button below. The more subscribers this channel get, the more I'm going to be able to share crochet patterns, sustainable crochet, and crochet design with you, and I really want to do that, so hit subscribe below. In this guide, I'm just guiding you through this quite simple piece of crochet. I'm going to look at how we start here at the bottom, how we work the rows and the increases and go from row to row. I'm also going to walk through how you do this edge up here and how you do the fringes on the shawl. So we're going to go through that really detailed in this guide, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you back here at Ann-Gerd.com. When you get the pattern from our website, you can see the abbreviations is up here. The QR code and the link for this video tutorial is just here. The pattern is a diagram that looks like this, and we're going to start right here at the tip of the shawl and start working the shawl. Here you have a few guidelines that you can just read when you have the pattern in your hand. As you see here, the first thing we're going to do is make a magic ring. Then we're going to make 4 chains. Then we're going to make 4 double crochets into that magic ring. I make the magic ring by grabbing my yarn, the tail. I wrap that 2 times around my fingers here, so I have a nice strong magic ring. Pick up my hook, set the hook, pull the yarn, and just twist your hook like this so you kind of lock the yarn into the magic ring. Then I'm going to do those 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've done this a lot of times, so it looks easy, but it can be a little bit tricky, but just keep going. You got this. Then we make 4 double crochets. Yarn over, and that is 1 double crochet. Yarn over, go under and through the magic ring, pull the yarn, go through 2 and go through 2. That's the 2nd double crochet. That's the 3rd. And that's our fourth. We are not tightening the magic ring just yet, because that we're going to add a tassel into it. This tassel here, we're going to add that at a later point, so we're just going to leave it for now. We change our row by making 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn your work, and in the first double crochet here, you make 4 double crochets, and you go through that top stitch like that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You finish the row under these 4 chains that we started with, and under those 4 chains through this hole you make 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the work looks like this. Again, to start the next row, you make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, turn your work, and do 4 double crochets in that first stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, go to the next fan of stitches. In the first stitch you make 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Under those 4 chains over here, you again make 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you basically keep working the shawl like that, and don't mind that it looks a little loose and undefined. We're going to fix that when we add the tassels. But you basically just continue like this and work the shawl to the size that you want. I'm just going to work up, and then I'm going to show you how to add the edge at the top of the shawl so you get a nice definition. If your shawl is like a little tight on the edges here, just find those chains, just kind of pull them out. That will add just that extra length to the shawl on the sides, so it doesn't stretch or bulge here in the middle. We have done 4 chains to make sure that this edge is not like too short compared to the actual stretch of the shawl itself. Once you have added the rows that you want and you have a nice big shawl, I want to show you how to add this edge here on top of the shawl. When you finish the last double crochet of the last row of double crochets, you just add the new color. I've just cut the yarn, tied a knot. So you just finish that last stitch with the new color, because then you get the right transition. Every time you finish a row, you make a chain and you turn your work and start your new row with making 2 single crochets in the first stitch. When you finish your row of single crochets, when you reach the end here, in the very last stitch, you also do 2 single crochets. I'm just going to show you that. So now I reached the end of the row. In the top chain, I'm going to do those 2 single crochets. Well, that's the first one. That is the second one. So it looks like this. A chain, turn my work, and do 2 single crochets in that first single crochet. So we get this nice slant of the edge that goes with the rest of the shawl. And yeah, that's me being geekish about the crochet details, I know. So it looks like this. Go back, finish up with 2 single crochets in the last single crochet, do a chain, turn around, do 2 single crochets in the first single crochet, and so on and so forth. I've shown you that process here in the pattern. Your edge will look like this once you're done. I just added a tassel to the edge. And now I'm going to show you how to add these tassels on the shawl. I only add tassels on the chain, on those 4 chains we use for turning our work, so that there is, sorry, not tassel, fringes, so that there is a fringe for every second row. The reason why I use these chains is that you get the very nice stitch definition. You get very clear definition of the stitches in each side once you kind of add those tassels to the row. You see it here also. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to add the tassels here, the tassel here at the bottom of the shawl in that magic ring that we have left open. So for the fringes, I just cut 4 pieces of yarn with the same length as the pattern on the long side of the pattern, not the short side, because I want like a nice length on the fringes. Make a small loop, fold it up, I'm just gonna zoom in. Take that loop, put it through the magic ring, open it up, pull the fringes through like this, and then just tighten it up. And I'm tightening it kind of like this right away. So now the tip of your shawl looks like this. Now we're just gonna tighten that magic ring up. So I'm just gonna pull them through slowly and slowly to get the right, to tighten it up slowly and slowly. It's a little tricky, but you just pull the strings and then you figure out, okay, there they are. I want to pull that one. because there's 2 strings, it's double. What basic now the magic literally happens, because once we pull this all the way out and tighten it up, the tip of the shawl looks like this. Just weave in that end and you have the fringe here, nice and long. Now just add fringes every time you have 4 chains, so you get this nice stitch definition, and your shawl will look like this. Hopefully bigger, but this is basically the end result. So thank you for this, for following this guide, and remember, subscribe below, and thank you for visiting me here at Ann-Gerd.com.